everybody, it is Calxiyn here. If you guys enjoyed this video, you guys should subscribe. Remember to become patrons over on Patreon to get early access to our RWBY reactions and follow us on social media or join the Discord to talk more about RWBY. So, we are going to be talking about Robyn being the traitor today, because nobody has thought of it, and I think that's what's perfect about it.
You know why you're so often right about theories?
Why?
Is because you carpet bomb.
No.
Because who haven't you accused of being the traitor? All members of ASOP?
Yeah, well, that was the theory, that one of them would be the traitor, right? That was the community theory, but you guys don't like that, so I had to think of something that you'll like even less, which is that Robyn is actually the traitor. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Good night. No. So, here's my reasoning for this, right? Everyone immediately sort of fixated on the ASOPs, and I feel like now that's too obvious. You know what I mean? Because, like, people thought, based on, like, how much character development each one has gotten, that it would be either Clover or Marrow, and it's been sort of, like, those two have been duking it out. But I'm like, who haven't we looked at? Because I remember that the sort of theme for this season was basically, like, you know, Team RWBY trusting people they don't think that they can trust, and Team RWBY not trusting people that they thought that they could trust. Does that make sense? Like, it was one of those sort of twisty situations, almost like you thought that you couldn't trust Robyn because she's like, ooh, but you actually can trust Robyn. Like, that's almost how it was being presented.
You thought that you couldn't trust Ironwood because he looked like a dictator, but you could. You
exactly.
thought you couldn't trust your alcoholic mother, but you could.
And so it's one of those things where it's like, there's that sort of theme of the season, but here's what I think, okay? We haven't gotten that opposite yet. Does that make sense? Like, people are saying, oh, Jacques was the traitor. Like, you know, you couldn't trust him, huh? And I'm like, no, we already knew Jacques was bad. We already knew you couldn't trust Jacques.
You knew Jacques was bad, but you didn't know Jacques was, like, capital B bad.
I mean, listen, I thought that Jacques was capital B bad.
Like, no one was like, Jacques Schnee, what a fall from grace.
Exactly, you know what I mean? And so the whole thing was, you thought that you couldn't trust Ironwood, and he was presented as a dictator, but in the end, he told the truth, good for him. But we haven't gotten that opposite. We haven't been introduced to someone that we thought that we could trust, but now we can't trust. And so really, who are our options, right? There were the ASOPs, but we're not talking about that anymore. There's fucking Pietro, if you really want to go down that route. But the last person that I can think of...
God, imagine if it was Pietro.
Imagine if it was Pietro. I mean, high-key, that's kind of interesting, but also very fucked up.
Fuck you, bitches.
Yeah.
I'm taking Atlas down. Mantis forever. Like, I would... Mantis.
Are you okay, Hunter?
Mantle
Hunter's
forever.
having a stroke. Anyway... So, Robyn came to my mind, because I'm like, really? Other than Pietro, Whitley? Because you could say that, you know, you thought that you couldn't trust Whitley, but actually you can trust him, and they sort of built that up maybe with Willow a little. Robyn, to me, makes a lot of sense, because immediately I feel like most people liked her, you know, everybody sort of liked her entourage, like she was very immediately likable, she had a very nice personality, people wanted her to step on them, and I feel like that's a perfect combination of being able to trick people, so there was that. Yes, Hunter. And then, the stuff that happened at the election, I guess you could say, right? Because, yes, Fiona got hurt, but did Fiona die? No. So what if that was the plan, to make Fiona get hurt and maybe even make Robyn get hurt, but not get hurt in the way that would kill them? Like, what if she's in on the whole thing making a scene, because Watts is double dipping? So Watts was like, oh, Jacques, I promise you'll win the election. And on the other side, Watts was like, Robyn, I promise you'll win the election. You know what I mean? Like, it could have gone both ways. Yeah, he was double dipping, right? He was, like, telling both of them that they would win. And that's why Robyn is so fucking angry too. And so maybe like that's like the other thing. Maybe that could have been happening, is that this whole thing, it was staged, right? But what if it was like double staged? You know what I'm saying? Like, they hurt Fiona on purpose, but Fiona didn't die. Like, when Tyrion kills, he's a serial killer. You know what I mean? How many people do you think have escaped the grasps of Tyrion when he was a serial killer, okay? Fiona either got really lucky, or it was all a plan from the very start. Okay, so that's one. My second thing is that in the OP, we all thought that it was gonna be Robyn and Crow against Tyrion. But now that I'm looking at it more, okay, like, Robyn jumps off Tyrion's weapon, and that reminds me a lot of like what Nora and Ren and like Jean sort of do, like a team attack, like jumping off the shield and all of that stuff. Jumping off of Pyrrha's shield, or I think Nora did something where she jumped off Jean's shield. Like, that jumping motion is a team move as opposed to like a fighting move. So what if it's not Robyn and Crow fighting against Tyrion? What if it's Robyn and Tyrion fighting against Crow, and Crow thought she was in danger, and that's how they trapped him?
That's some real galaxy brain shit, Cal.
Is it really? And then, here's my last, like, piece of evidence, I guess, if you want to call it that. Like, here's my last thing. The conversation with Marrow about the legality. We all thought that that was so out of place for him to be like, everything you're doing is legal, isn't it? And for them to just look at each other and be like, yeah? It is. Like, you know, sure. Like, you know what I mean? And so what if the illegal things that they've been doing is helping Salem, and that Salem has promised, or I guess Watts, right, or whoever, that Watts through Salem, does that make sense, like, has promised a better life for the people of Mantle if Atlas falls, and Robyn will do anything to make sure the people of Mantle are secure. So what if that's the whole thing, is that Robyn was, I guess you could say, manipulated, or Robyn was proposed by Watts or whoever working through Salem, right? Hey, if Atlas falls, that means they'll be equal with Mantle again. That means the people of Mantle will have a better life. We just want
Atlas, we're on
your side. Yes, exactly! Is that not so spicy?
I mean...
Is that not, like...
Okay, so that would be...
And
so
Robyn has her own lackeys, too. Like,
she'll have one of those Seeker Grimm somewhere? The same one that Lionheart had?
Yeah, maybe. Why not? She's talking to Robyn. Why not? And, like, you know, it sort of reminds me of Cinder as well, because Cinder had Emerald, Mercury, Roman, okay? Right? And Robyn has small girl, tall girl, and then, like, other girl, right? And so with, like, in my head, I sort of think of Emerald, Mercury, Roman, like the tall one is Roman, right? You know what I mean? Like, the blue-haired one is Emerald, and then Fiona is, I guess, she's Mercury.
As we all know, every villain needs a small, a medium, and a large sidekick.
Actually, I would switch that. I would make Fiona Emerald, because Fiona is, like, in love with her. I would make May Mercury, because of her personality. And then I would make the tall one Torchwick. There you go. Guys. Did I do it, or did I do it? Like,
I feel like when they were talking about her doing illegal stuff, it was like, I don't know, like vandalizing property.
Yeah.
Or like throwing rocks
but that could have been like a hint, like a foreshadowing thing, that she has been doing sketchy stuff.
I don't know, that's being like, you know, I got a speeding ticket, or like, I don't know, worked with the Soviets during the Cold War.
And then you have show your teeth, right? We still don't know what that means. What does that mean? We don't know. She hasn't said it.
I don't
Right?
know.
Like, she hasn't said it in context. So what does it mean? What does it all mean, Hunter? I think it means that Robyn is the traitor. Case closed. Christina V is gonna go bad guy on us. Just watch. There you go.
I don't know.
Is there any real evidence to point to this?
So,
no.
No.
Do I believe it anyway? Is this going to be titled as a crack theory? Maybe. Could it be Pietro? Yes.
So I feel like in a lot of ways with Raven, they're trying to with Robyn, different bird woman.
Right.
They're trying to do another Sienna, that it was a strong female revolutionary leader, because they kind of fucked up with Sienna.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Do you think maybe that they would fuck up with her if, I don't know, they just make her a villain, or they make the revolutionary fighter get duped?
A villain again?
Or get duped? Do you think that could be walking into
because she has a truth-telling semblance. So what if she tested Watts and them, and maybe that's what Salem actually wanted, right? Because here's the thing, and we need to do a separate video on this. In the companion book, it says that Salem's motivation is she wants to be the Dark Queen and unite all of Remnant under her rule, or something like that.
She wanted to destroy the world.
Like, that's what it says in the that's what it says in the companion book, I'm pretty sure. Like, it has some weird-ass motivation along those lines for her. So I'm like, okay, it makes sense, because Salem is basically, in my head, now this is what I think, she's gonna call back the gods and be like, hey, I united the world like you asked. You never said they needed to be happy to be united. They could all be united under me. Right?
And afraid.
And so she'd want to unify Atlas and Mantle in order to achieve that goal, right? Because, you know, that infighting with them, right? And so she would, like, say to Robyn, and if Robyn, I don't know, touched the thing, whoever was talking, Watts or Tyrion, that could be true. Like, it could all have been true.
Okay. that she doesn't want to destroy the world and end her life.
And maybe that's why Robyn doesn't seem as surprised. Like, the two council members are like, she can't be killed? Who is this? She controls the Grimm? And Robyn's just like, Like, Robyn's not engaging with it. She doesn't seem that surprised. Like, you know what I mean?
But what if maybe she didn't know about Salem, but she knew about Watts and only knew vague things about
Did
her?
she
Did
she know who Watts was when she saw the footage? Because I don't think she did. I think the council members were like, Arthur Watts!
Yeah.
He died in the Paladin incident, but I don't think that she knew.
No.
Maybe
Hunter,
she was have I convinced you now?
Maybe
Are
she
you
was
like
trying to play it cool when it's just like, who, I don't know, ate the last orange? And you're like, if I stay completely still, they won't think it was me. Is that the same thing maybe she was doing?
I don't know.
Did you convince me?
Did I convince you? Yes,
nonsense?
I did! Oh my god.
Because, like, with the team attack thing, they might just reuse old animation assets.
Yeah,
like,
or she may be jumping on him to murder him, I guess, but at the same time, I'm like, I just feel it, Hunter. I just feel something here. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's my insanity coming back, like, you know what I'm saying?
You might be onto something.
I may be onto something or I'm insane. Like, that's the adrenaline feeling I'm getting. It's either of those two things. So, yeah. Unfortunate. Feels bad, man. Robyn is the traitor, or is Pietro. That's the only other option. I'm like, if it's not an Aesop's, it's Pietro.
Or it's the Aesop's. Or what if, I just don't think there is gonna be a traitor.
I'm, like, determined. Like, I am so...
Clearly.
Listen, there probably isn't at this point.
Yeah,
but if there is, it has to be soon, right? They can't do this to me. They can't do this to us.
What if it was, like, a traitor, but instead of Watts, they were helping, like, Cinder or something?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, like Robyn knew Cinder from back in the day.
Oh, that's a spicy one, Hunter.
I mean, if we're just throwing out random nonsense, like Robyn is the traitor, then, I mean, everything's fair game, right?
Yeah. Anyways. Feels good, man. I like this video. This is one of the best things I've ever made. So yeah, we will see you guys later. Bye.